Hey, what is going on, guys? So one more kit that we're going to be taking a look at here during Frame Arms month is going to be the RE, the rebuild edition here of the Durga II. So this is a really cool design that I've wanted to check out this kit for a long time. So I'm really happy to finally be able to check out this kit. So as always, guys, a big thank you to USA Gundam Store for their support. Guys, do check out all of the Frame Arms stuff they have there on their site. Frame Arms Girls, all the MSG option sets and all that stuff you can check out on their site now. The link to that will be down below, as well as my coupon code there, ZakuAurelius10. You can save 10% off all of that stuff here. So one thing that this is the first big box Frame Arms kit that I've built. So I've built a handful of them, but this is the first one that's come in this larger size box. So that's pretty cool. It's always exciting to get a big box full of good plastic stuff. So here on the box art, it's looking very awesome as well. It has this sort of knight armor motif going for it, which is not the thing that I'm normally really typically into personally, but I think in this case it does look really cool. I really like the look of this. I like the cool headdress thing that it's got going on there. The shield and sword combo are looking really cool. Of course, they really fit with the motif of the mecha, so it looks awesome. And it's definitely really eye-catching. I think if this is the thing that you saw up on the shelf, it's something that would definitely catch your eye. So really nice job on the box art for this one. Just over here on the sides of the box, just kind of the same thing as what's on the front. We can see this is number 30 in the Frame Arms line, by the way. On the bottom of the box, we've got an outline here just showing what the front and back of the kit is going to look like when it's all built up and painted. Now, there are a few different versions of this kit. This is the one that I particularly like the most, but there are different versions out there that are kind of slight variations. They just kind of move the parts around in different ways and they're different colors and stuff. So you can check those out if you're interested. And then we've got a couple of action poses here. That big sword can be split into two halves, which is pretty cool if you prefer to have that. It's got this really cool stance there with the sword and just that pose looking really cool. Like the look of that. And then just some more details here showing about the sword. Also has this kind of, the shield I should say, has this kind of claw function. That's cool. And then the headdress there on the top of the head all make for a really awesome look for that. So let's flip it around up here to the top of the box. And here it's just got an unpainted sample. So here's how it's going to look just straight out of the box without any paint. Still looking pretty cool, I gotta say. So I think it's molded in that molded silver plastic. So that's pretty cool. And then just a couple more action poses there, just showing how it's holding onto the weapons. You've got a couple different hands there. You got one that's going straight up holding hand, and then one like holding it out straight. So you've got like the extended thumb to hold the weapon in that certain way. So that's cool. List price for this kit over here, let's see, it's 5,400 yen, so about $55 for this kit. It's not too bad at all, considering, like I said, it's in this larger size box, and Frame Arms kits are usually a little bit more expensive. So the fact that this is a pretty good size kit, it would seem, for about $55 is not too bad at all. Now, these are all in 1:100 scale, but that doesn't exactly mean that it's going to be the same size as a Bandai Master Grade, what we normally think of as a 1:100 scale kit. The scale, I mean, just the size of them does tend to differ a little bit from kit to kit. So anyway, we do have the pre-packaged, pre-built inner frame here. This would be the RE version of the Frame Arms Architect frame here. So you'll probably use some of those parts, but in some cases you don't end up using the whole thing anyway. So we've got all of our runners here separated into a few different sections basically, but yeah, it is all in that nice molded silver. It does look pretty nice. We've got some of that clear orange there as well. So we'll take a look at all of the runners here in a moment. Let's take a look here at the manual first. So right up on the front, there is that cool pose that you can do with this. Really like the look of that. It's looking awesome. Down here is some artwork for that, which also looks really cool. I'm not sure who the artist is. Let's see. It says Design Works and Frame Arms illustration by Tomo. There down at the bottom it says that. So I'm not exactly sure who Tomo is, but I'm sure some of you guys who are more into that sort of thing maybe know a little bit more about that. But on the back, also very useful, is some really nice line art. So if you got a good scanner, you scan that in, test out some color schemes on that. It's really nice to have that included as well as line art for the weapons and the shield as well. So that's really cool, just for reference. Up there at the top, you do have the color guide as well. For that, it's basically just like silver, metallic silver, and gunmetal, and a little bit of gold, basically. But then here on the center pages, now all the text is all in Japanese. We don't have any English for these, but we just got some cool information there. Facing off against, what was it? That would be the that would be a version of the Cutlass. I can't exactly off the top of my head remember the name of that particular version of the Cutlass, but that's what it's facing off there in that sort of image. And then over here, just about the equipment, just some showing about the equipment of the head there, and then the swords and the shield, all of that. So here in the front, we've got our parts list. It's all laid out in the first 2 pages, and then just goes through the construction. So you have to kind of take apart the frame at first to then build around that, and then you kind of put it back together later on once you've got the sections all built up. So you got your construction, all of that, and then later in the weapons, it's just kind of showing you how to utilize some of those weapons, just the gimmicks, and built into those, how to equip them, how to hold them. And then at the back, just about the head as well, how you will just kind of move around that part there for the head. So, alright, let's get a look at the runners. Alright, so first up we've got PCA for a few polycaps here in black. Alright, and then our A runner is in that nice molded silver. It looks really good, and the details on this also look really nice, of course. Although I think some of the little details, the panel lines and things like that, might get just a little bit washed out just by the shine of just that metallic silver for these. The runner markings for this too, although by the way, it's going to be marked as Magatsuki/Durga I in this case for this one. So these are not parts specific to this particular kit yet. Runner B here, more silver obviously, and this one doesn't have a full name marking on it, but it is the FA025. This one, remember, is 030, so again, not any new parts here for the B runner either. Runner C here, however, is part specific for the Durga II, so this is just some parts in this really dark gray color, and again, just really nice details on these. Runner D, then back to the silver armor parts. Once again, this is from Frame Arms 025, which I'm guessing is the Magatsuki. So we got 2 of this D runner for a bunch of the outer armor. Runner E is some parts here in that dark gray, and then runner F as well as some more parts on a couple of small runners in dark gray, all from Frame Arms 025. And I should also mention that we have 2 of the F runner, by the way. Runner G is in a lighter, just kind of medium gray here for some just kind of looks like internal kind of detail parts, things like that. And we've got 2 of this G runner. Runner H is some clear yellow parts, and it's actually split into 2 parts. So the main part of the runner here is marked to Frame Arms 025, and this smaller section here is Frame Arms 034. So yeah, it's kind of thrown me a little bit for a loop with that one. I'm really not as used to Frame Arms numbering or like the Frame Arms releases as much as I am with Bandai's Gunpla, of course. So I can't remember offhand what either of those releases are. Again, I'm assuming that the 025 is the Magatsuki, and the 034, I'm not entirely sure, but anyway, we've got 2 of this H runner. The details on these clear parts also looks really nice. So you can see these are going to have a really nice detail on the underside of these clear yellow parts. They look really nice. Runner I is just a couple parts here in this really dark gunmetal color, which is pretty cool. Runner J, a few more parts in that dark gray color. Runner L is back to the molded silver. This one is from Frame Arms 045, so I have no idea what's going on with that, but anyway, obviously this is parts for the shield for this one. Runner M is just a couple more clear yellow parts for this, and what I'm guessing the 045 is maybe that is the RE version here, the rebuild version of the Durga II, perhaps. But anyway, Runner K is back to some more silver parts. You can see we do also have the inclusion of a just sort of typical lance type weapon as well, which is pretty cool. It's not featured very much on the box art or anything, but you do have that included as well. Runner N would be our clear red parts for the swords. These look really nice, and as you can see, all of the runners, all the gates are placed on the back side, so you won't have any gates on the actual front, like sharp side of the sword, which is really nice. You don't have to worry about that. Runner O, a couple more dark gray parts, which look to be for the sword as well, and we've got 2 of this O runner. And then finally Runner V, once again in that dark gunmetal color here for just the generic Frame Arms hands parts. And so you have open hands, closed fists, and holding hands all on here. And so that is it for the unboxing, guys. There's a lot of stuff in there. I think this is definitely going to be a lot of fun to build. I like building these Frame Arms kits. It's always nice to build something a little bit different every now and then. And this one is definitely quite different, because usually the Frame Arms kits that I like to build are the ones that are still kind of like pretty Gunpla-esque. This one I guess sort of is, I guess, in a way, as we've seen some kits come out that are sort of a little bit similar in style to this one, but this one definitely has a really unique style to it, so it's always refreshing to build something very unique every now and then. So I'm looking forward to this, guys. If you have any other further questions or comments, of course, feel free to leave those down below. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to USA Gundam Store, as always, for their support, and I'll see you guys in the review. Bye, guys.